In the spirit of the orchid family here in the Santa Barbara area, Loris has brought me right across the street from your nursery, because this is the nursery where you and your husband worked and met.
That's right, and fell in love.
And fell in love amongst the orchids. And here's the guy right here. Introduce yourself to everybody.
Oh, Gripp is my name. Gripp, like
He's got a good grip too. You've been in orchids for how many years?
well, myself, I've been 63 years. I've been a grower, but this nursery was started as a first employee in 1957, which is 53 years.
So it's been around a long time. You've been around a long time, and we're starting here. I don't believe this, although I believe you. You told me what about this plant?
Well, this is before our time. This is like 1891. This came in from Burma. We don't know how old this plant is.
It's over 100 years old.
In captivity.
So it could have been hundreds of years old before that.
That's correct. Yeah.
It's been here in Santa Barbara.
No, well, this came from England. See, in the old days, the British were sort of on top of things. They went to would go to foreign lands, the government would, and work. I mean, like the Duke of Devonshire probably hired his own ship, you know, and sent
to get
orchids on. So they would come back by the shipload, and they would have them in these auction houses along the Thames there.
This is absolutely beautiful. Let's see, we don't have much time. We're running out of time. I want to go back in here, because this is the Santa Barbara Orchid Estate, established 1957, but your payoff is inside here. This is absolutely, and again, this has, oh my gosh, look at this. This has the old school feel to it. This is the way.
We're really collectors. We're not a production place. Our boss, our founder, Mr. Chrisman, was from Kentucky, by the way. And while he was an insurance executive, he was from a truck farming family. He loved gardening. And when I was going to UCLA, I was his gardener.
Wow.
And after I got out of the Navy and he decided to retire, he decided to come to Santa Barbara. And he himself was a wealthy gentleman, member of the Men's Garden Club in Los Angeles, would collect plants. And we just continued to do it. He's long gone, but we keep doing it.
Are your customers old school too? They come here, I would imagine, not only to buy, but just to walk through here.
You have all kinds of customers. Some are into matching their drapes. Other people are willing to say, look, here's a 1912, this is a hybrid here, 1912, and this particular plant eventually made its way to Ojai. And it was one of the largest Cymbidium orchid nurseries in 1946 in Ojai, and this is one of those plants.
You've got a story behind every one of these orchids.
Yeah.
We could spend hours, we could spend days here with you.
You know, there was a guy who was the president of the American Orchid Society, Rodney Wilcox Jones, and he commented as the years went along that the orchid family is so big there's no way you can learn about it in one lifetime, and he died at 107.
And he still didn't learn everything.
Right. So there's not a chance of any of us knowing that much, but for us it's kind of our dessert that we just love it in.
Well, you know what I like about this whole road trip we've been on? This is a dessert that everybody can enjoy, because your nursery and all the nurseries we've visited today and other nurseries we haven't visited today, here in Santa Barbara, they're all open to the public to visit and enjoy, whether you know anything about orchids or not.
Well, in the old days, it was really a rich man's hobby, but that isn't that way anymore.
Yeah, it's for all of us now.
That's correct, yeah.
Well, thank you so much. This, I got to tell you, it just gets better and better and better, and I love this old school stuff. This really puts you in the mood for the orchids. These wonderful orchids grown right here in Santa Barbara. We have seen them at the Santa Barbara International Orchid Show. We've visited 4 nurseries today, and the wonderful thing about it is these nurseries are part of California's history and culture, They're here for all of us to visit and enjoy. This has been a road trip to remember on the Orchid Trail in Santa Barbara County. We have had an absolutely wonderful, inspirational day amongst the orchids.